I know it's got to be special for you to have the distinction of being the starting quarterback on day one for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, no, it's a dream come true. I appreciate Coach DeBoer giving me confidence and giving me the nod. It's everything I ever dreamed about. 4 years being here. I love this university, love my teammates, love the town, and I'm very excited for the opportunity.
So when you're told, you're taking the reps first, but when you're told you're the starter for Florida State, what was your reaction?
I kind of just started grinning, I was just like, man, it really happened. I always dreamed about the day. I never knew how it was going to happen, what was going to be said. But it was in the meetings, and Coach Grubb, Coach DeBoer was there, Coach Sheridan, and they just were talking about, hey, we're gonna name Ty the starter. He handled the ball and took command of the offense. And I just thought about, everything that I've been throughout the years or whatever, and I couldn't thank my teammates and my coaches enough for, just making me a better player and giving me this opportunity.
Ty, what's changed for you since learning that you'd be the starter?
That's a great question, actually.
Well, I got to give Alex the credit. Alex
He's
Thompson
got more reps with
credit.
the ones.
Yeah, no doubt. I think a little bit is the way that I lead. I've always saw myself as a leader on the team, just because of the position that I play and how I carry myself. But I think that, being the guy and being the guy who's going to walk out there Saturday and take the first team's reps, right? I got to get my offense going and even, give my defense energy to know, hey, when y'all get a stop on fourth down, we're going to go down and score. So I think that I've learned to be more vocal, learned to get my guys going a little bit more. But my process hadn't really changed. I've always prepared like I was going to start. Of course, I've had my learning experiences, with South Florida and other games like that. But I've always prepared and always saw myself as a guy who, if needed to go in the game and try to win. So I always, my process has been the same. Just taking first team reps now.
Tell me about the phone call to your dad.
So it was a text first, right? I texted him after the meeting or whatever because we had to go do some stuff after that. And so I called my mom and dad later that night. And it was really cool because, for people who don't know, my dad's a coach at the University of Tennessee Martin, head football coach. And he is like my best friend, right? So he knows just, how hard I've worked, everything I've gone through, him and my mom both. And you don't get a lot of good jobs a lot, you know what I mean? You'll get some every now and then, but hearing that firm, man, I'm really, really proud of you. You've worked hard for this. Not only am I proud of you because of, the football player that you are, but the man that you've become and going through all this. And that really kind of broke me down, got me a little emotional because I was like, man, that's awesome. So it was cool. And, I got to talk to my little brother, my sister that night. So yeah, it was a great phone call.
Not only starting quarterback, team captain as well. That probably means as much to you as anything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think honestly it probably means more to me, to be honest with you. Just the fact that one, my teammates voted on me to be a captain, and then two, right, I'm going to be engraved in Denny Chimes, you know what I mean? My footprint is going to be next to, three of my teammates and best friends, Parker Brailsford, Deontay Lawson, and Tim Keenan. I'll always be remembered as a, Alabama Crimson Tide, football captain. And so that means a lot to me.